Hey guys, Coach Jordan here with your at-home workout of the day for Wednesday, January 27th. Our prep for the day, we have sumo hamstring squats, followed by world's greatest stretch, and into a block squeeze march. So for our hamstring sumo squat, we are going to get into a sumo position, so that's wider than our squat stance. We don't want to be super wide here, but a comfortable width that you can get down into a squat position from. So mine is quite wide here. I'm going to grab onto the front of my toes. I'm going to sit down into that squat position, try to pull my chest up as tall as I can. Then I'm going to extend up, try to straighten my knees while holding onto my toes still before pulling myself back down into that squat and really trying to pull my chest through. Again, back up to the top and then back into the bottom. You're going to perform 10 reps there, and then we're going to go into our world's greatest stretch. So for this one, you're going to start by lunging out. Then you're going to place your hands on the floor beside that foot that's lunged here. Now from here, you're going to take the arm that is closest to that lunged foot, that front leg. You're going to reach down to the ground with the elbow, and then you're going to open up, follow your hand with your eyes, and then back to the floor. You're going to switch legs every repetition. And then reach down with that same arm, open up, follow your hand with your eyes. All right? You are going to perform 5 on each side there before we go into our last one, our block squeeze march. Now, I have a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block at home, you can just roll up a towel and it'll do the same thing for you. So you're going to lie down on your back. You're going to put that yoga block or that towel in between your knees. We are going to squeeze our knees together, and then we are going to bridge up here, from here, marching one leg up and down. Switching legs every rep. Squeeze the knees together, squeeze that butt, and keep the core nice and tight. You're going to perform 5 marches on each leg, and we are going through each of these for 3 rounds, and that is your prep for the day. All right, our strength for the day. We have bench glute bridge, slider hamstring curls, and windmills. For your bench glute bridge, you're going to need a bench, chair, ottoman stool, whatever you have access to. I'm going to place my shoulder blades onto the bench. We've got a couple different variations here, so I'm going to go through a few of those. I'm going to walk my feet a little bit farther away. Now I'm into a bridged position here. My shoulder blades are on the bench. We're going to drop our butt towards the floor and then squeeze the glutes, lift the hips up towards the sky, keep that core tight. Now, if you want to make that a little bit harder, we can lift one leg up off the floor and perform a single leg bridge. Both sides there. All right. Again, we can add a little bit of resistance by putting some weight. If you have a dumbbell, you can put a weight on your hips here, and you can do that double leg. If you are going 2 feet on the floor, we're going to aim for 12 to 15 reps. If you're just going with that single leg, we're going for 8 reps on each side. All right, really drive those hips up towards the sky there. Our next one is a slider hamstring curl. We're going to be doing 12 reps here. Again, a couple of variations. I'm going to show you both of those. So you're going to take your slider. If you have a hard floor, you can use a towel or a blanket of some sort. If you're on a carpeted area, you might want to use a baking pan. I'll show you with my slider here. We are doing 12 hamstring curls. So our feet are going to be on the slider. We're going to start by getting into a glute bridge position. We're going to extend our legs out and curl them in. Extend out. Curl them in by pulling your feet towards your butt, using our hamstrings down the back of our legs. If that there is a little bit too much for you, it might give you a hamstring cramp. What we can do is a negative. So extend the legs out nice and slow in that glute bridge position. Once you get all the way out, you can drop your butt, curl back in towards the butt, and then lift up again, nice and slow. We'll call this a negative slider hamstring curl. All right, so one of 2 of those variations is great. You're going to perform that for 12 reps before we head into our final one, our windmill. So weight is optional for this. If you are going to use a dumbbell, you're going to start by extending one dumbbell up over the head. So if my right hand is working first, I'm going to start by stepping out into a wider stance here. I'm going to turn my opposite leg away from me. Okay, so my left foot pointing away from me. I'm gonna extend that dumbbell up over my head. Now from here, I'm gonna watch the dumbbell with my eyes. My hand is gonna go down the inseam of my leg, and I'm going to push my hips back as I bend over, trying to keep that leg as straight as you can, touch the floor, and then stand back up. Now, if you're in this position and you're struggling to get to the floor without bending that knee, you're going to really stretch as far as you can, and wherever you get stuck, then you can bend that knee the remainder of the way, all right? Now, as I said, weight is optional. You can take that dumbbell away if you only have a heavy weight, and our main focus here is going to be stretching our hands as far apart as we can. So my bottom hand's still going down the inseam, top hand still over my head, but I'm gonna really stretch my hands out as far as I can, reaching my top hand towards the ceiling and my bottom hand towards the floor. We're gonna do 5 on one side, then you're gonna switch over, and we are gonna do 5 on that other side. You might feel one side tighter than the other. As you get looser and more warmed up, we can start to push that range of motion. 5 each way. We're going through all of this for 4 sets, and that is your strength. All right, our Metcon for the day is a 15-minute AMRAP, as many reps and rounds as possible, of 20 one-arm dumbbell or kettlebell swings, followed by 40 skips or line hops, and then 10 one-arm hang cluster. Okay, so first one, our one-arm dumbbell swing. If you have a kettlebell, you can use a kettlebell as well. Most of us have dumbbells. We're gonna start with one hand on the dumbbell. Dumbbell's gonna be between our legs. We're gonna push our hips back behind us, hinging at the hips. Then we're gonna extend fully through our legs. Bring that dumbbell up towards eye level. We're gonna meet it with our free hand to make sure that our torso and our hips stay nice and square. Once we get to 10 reps, we're gonna switch hands, and we are going to do 10 reps with the other side. All right, for a total of 20. Once you finish that, you're going into 40 line hops or skips. If you have a skipping rope, you can do 40 singles or double unders. Either way, you're still doing 40. If you don't have a skipping rope, you can put a piece of tape on the floor or just find a spot to do some line hops. We're going sideways here, back and forth for 40 reps. The last one here, we have 10 one-arm hang clusters. Okay, so for this one, that is a hang clean thruster. Both ways, or 2 different ways of doing it. You can have the dumbbell on the outside of your body or on the inside of your body. I prefer inside. Some people do prefer outside. From here, we're going to hinge at the hips, bend the knees. We're going to do an extension through the legs, get really tall, and then we're going to go into a squat clean thruster. So bend my knees, extend up into that full squat, and then press over the head. Back down here, here, extend and press over the head. Arm finishes in line with the ear. After 5 reps, you're gonna switch sides. Down and up, all right? 10 reps in total. We are doing this for 15 minutes straight, and that is your Metcon for the day.